Welcome. In this video, you will see how to properly measure your cabinet, door, and drawer fronts. We will use the measurements you provide to make your door and drawer fronts, so be precise in your measurements to the nearest 1/16th of an inch. Your new replacement cabinet doors will be the exact same size as the current ones, so the easiest way to measure is to measure your current door and drawer fronts. Let's get started. Always measure the width first. In this case, the width is 18.5 inches. Next, let's measure the height. In this case, the height is 39.5 inches.
Today, we'll be learning how to place an order using the Reface Kit order portal. Before we begin, let's go over the things that we'll need. We'll need a Reface Kit account, a tape measure or a list of the measurements of each item we'd like to order, and details on the cabinet specifications, such as the cabinet style and hinge overlay. We can find more information on account creation, measuring, and cabinet specifications in our resource center. But to begin placing our order, first we'll log into our Reface Kit account. Once signed in, we will be automatically redirected to the order form page where we can begin our order. And if at any time we have questions about a specific step, we can click the tooltip icon next to the step for additional instruction and tips. First, we'll select the door style we would like to order by clicking on the corresponding image. And next, we'll select the color we'd like to order from the list of available options. Before moving on to step 3, we'll notice a rendering has appeared for the selections we've made in both step 1 and step 2. In this case, a Shaker Nimbus Oak rendering, both in the top right corner and the bottom left corner. Now, let's enter the specifications of the existing cabinets, starting with the cabinet style. If we already know which cabinet style this order contains, we can simply check the box for the cabinet style option that we have, and if we're not sure, we can click the tooltip icon to get more insight into how to properly identify our cabinet type. Next, let's select the hinge overlay for our existing cabinets from the list of options. If we don't already know the hinge overlay, we can click the tooltip icon to get help identifying our cabinet's hinge overlay. Next, let's set our preference for pre-drilled drawer fronts, a free of charge service that Reface Kit offers to help streamline installation. And finally, let's select a preference for color matched paint. We can use color matched paint to help paint any face frames, trim pieces, or exposed cabinet sides that we have on the project to match the color of our Reface Kit. Moving on to step 4, let's begin adding the products that we'd like to order in our Reface Kit. There are 8 standard product types available for purchase. We're going to start with our door fronts first. To begin adding doors to our order, we'll select the Add to Cart button under the door front product. Now, referencing our list of measurements, or by measuring the dimensions of each item as we go, we'll begin entering the dimension information for our doors one at a time. If our door is 12 3/4 inches wide and 28 7/8 tall, and we'd like 2 of them, we would enter the following information. We can add a note to tell us exactly which item this is. When finished, we select Add Item to add the dimension information to the order. We can repeat this process until we have all of the items added that we require. Once complete, we'll continue to choose hardware. We'll select our desired hardware style from the available options. We'll select the finish that we'd like from the available options. And we'll select the size from the available options. When we're finished with our selections, we'll click Confirm to add the products to our order. We'll notice the products we specified have been added to the order on the right-hand side of the screen, and we can add additional doors or edit existing entries by clicking the Add or Edit Selection button. Now we simply rinse and repeat for all different product types. Let's add 1 drawer front to the order, selecting Add Item to add the measurements to our order before we click Continue to choose hardware. Now we are presented with the option to either repeat our previous selection or make an entirely new selection for this specific product type. Once all of our items are added to the order, we can check to see if any add-on items are appropriate for our order in step 5. Add-ons are available for trim and moldings, as well as paint touch-up pens and more. Finally, we can click the Review button to review our cabinet specifications and our order preferences to ensure everything is correct, before checking our selections to ensure that all measurements are correct, quantities are correct, styles, and colors. If we're happy and ready to proceed, we will agree to the terms and conditions and continue to checkout. Here, we simply add our requested delivery address, a payment method, and submit the order. And as always, please check out our resource library for additional information, and don't hesitate to contact our customer support line if you have additional questions.